Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I will be discussing what I thought of the first episode of the brand new limited series which is debuted today on CBS All Access. This is one of my most anticipated shows of the year, and despite the happenings and the goings on of the world, I'm still excited it's here. The Stand. That's right, the limited series based off the original book by Stephen King and the original miniseries from back in 1994. The Stand is finally with us, and we just got done watching the first episode, and it was great. Before I go on, of course, please be warned, if you haven't watched the first episode of The Stand called The End yet, don't keep watching or listening, because I will be discussing spoilers, scenes, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. So again, if you haven't seen the first episode of The Stand, you might not want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers unapologetically. So that being said, you have been warned. That being said, let's get right back into it. Never read the novel, just want to make that perfectly clear. I am a huge fan, though, of the original miniseries from the 90s. I really enjoyed that one a lot, which is why I was super excited to see that we were getting a more of a modern remake of it. Well, I don't know if this is necessarily a remake of that miniseries or if this is just another different adaptation of King's original novel. Either way, I'm happy. So I'm very excited and looking forward to this. I thought the first episode was great. It really set the tone for what we can expect, like any good first episode would do. We were introduced to some of our main players, our big characters. And of course, the people who I knew were going to die because they were the same characters who died in the first episode or so of the original miniseries. They did start it off kind of differently. What I thought was so interesting was the final scene, the final shot of this episode was actually the opening scene of the original miniseries from 1994, where the soldier Campion escapes the military base where they accidentally unleash a military bioweapon, and it gets out into the public, and he escapes with his family thanks to the help of Randall Flagg, Alexander Skarsgård character, who I believe is either Satan or a servant of Satan or something like that, or maybe he's just the embodiment of evil. I don't know, but he's definitely our top bad guy in this story. And he's a great character, and he was played so well by Jamie Sheridan in the original miniseries, and I'm sure Alexander Skarsgård is going to do a great job too. He already looks, physically, he looks great in the role, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with it. We met Harold, who's still got that super greasy hair look, much like the original character. Franny, who I gotta say, they don't have the same kind of friendly relationship they did in the original miniseries, at least not at first. It kind of changed toward the end of this episode. And then, of course, our leading man, Stu, played by the talented James Marsden, who's doing a great job, by the way. And everybody was great in this. And, of course, we got a brief glimpse of Whoopi Goldberg as Mother Abigail. Very exciting. Overall, very satisfying, solid start to a very promising limited series and an awesome nationwide adventure filled with so many characters and twists and turns. I won't go into too many details as to what we can expect because I don't want to ruin or spoil anything for those of you who might not have read the book or might not have seen the original miniseries. If you're watching this for the very first time without any prior knowledge to the source material, then you're in for one heck of a ride, I think. I think you're really going to enjoy it. If you enjoy those post-apocalyptic stories, this one's right up your alley. And I know it seems a little odd and a little eerie to be having a show about a huge global pandemic when we're still in the middle of a global pandemic. But as nasty as coronavirus is, and I'm not trying to downplay it at all. It's, I know several people who are sick with it. It's very scary and very contagious. The Captain Trips virus, the fictional one that Stephen King made up for this story, is far deadlier and way more lethal. It's still just as nasty, I think, but if to make you just feel better, the virus on this show is way nastier than the COVID virus. COVID is still extremely nasty and should be taken very seriously. I just want to say that for the record. But if you're feeling uncomfortable or unsettled with it because of what's happening in the world, I understand, but just so you know, the fictional virus is a lot worse than the real virus, which is still pretty damn bad. Just putting that out there. Oh, and speaking of bad, I loved the added, because this was not in the original series. I love the disgusting swollen neck look that somebody has right before they die or as they die. Oh, disgusting. Awesome ad for this story. That was so unexpected and nasty, and I loved it. So I'm really excited about this limited series. What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I also got to say I liked that Stu had a more friendlier relationship rather than an antagonistic one with at least one of the scientists who was trying to do his best while, even though they were keeping him locked up and whatnot. I still enjoyed seeing that. It was a nice change from the original. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night. The Stand drops new episodes every Thursday on CBS All Access. You don't want to miss it. We got 8 more good ones to go. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.